Alright, hey guys, TheChrisD here again, and I'm going to go back into EU4 because one of the few things I've been doing over the past few weeks is finishing up most of the achievements that I haven't gotten. So, like, recently I finished a Kowtow run, and, like, I'd claim I did it better than how Mad's currently doing his run. Especially because he lost Iron Man on his. This is Persia, Hessian Mercs, all the other random shite, coffee, the privateering with the treasure fleet, and I think there was something else up here that I didn't get for a while. I can't remember where it is. I don't think it was that high. But anyway, I still have a few more I need to get through, and some I don't think I'm ever going to get. Like these four, for example. Possibly even Reconquista, although someone apparently on the EU4 subreddit is having a very good run at it that's making me want to do it. But I think I'm going to do something incredibly crazy. Well, maybe not crazy, but just more in case of the scope of what has to be done. I'm going to go try and get Sun God. It's probably not the hardest. It can be done. It's being done. I mean, what's his name? I actually don't know his name. Paradox Gamer, I think, is doing this in part of the in the Reform or Die series that Mad and Phil and Josh and himself are doing. But I don't know about it in single player. I don't know how easy, how hard it is. I know there's lots of tales of what it's like and, what to expect, how the best way to get there, and ultimately the key is Westernise. Westernise as quickly as bloody possible, which is probably the main key. So yeah, we're actually going to do that. I'm actually going to make sure that Iron Man is on and turn the options as they're supposed to be, which is that, yeah, good. But the other thing that makes it interesting is I've never played down here in South America. Never. Not before COP, not before El Dorado, not since El Dorado. I have never played in South America. I haven't played a South American starting nation. I have done Aztec, but that was before El Dorado. I did Aztec before El Dorado for Sunset Invasion, so when they were just standard animist as opposed to Nahuatl. What the hell you pronounce it? I presume that's how you pronounce it. I've done Cherokee and for the No Trail of Tears, but that was before North America got its second pass of provinces. So like back when, Huron and Iroquois were actually beside each other. Iroquois bordered these guys when there was a lot less land here. I did No Trail of Tears. But other than that, I haven't done anything in South America here. So I know a lot of people will probably want me to do it as the Chimu because Chimu are all powerful and whatnot, but no, I'm gonna be typical and just do it as Cusco, because Cusco kinda are Inca to begin with, because they have the Incan traditions, they have the Incan ideas. So it's not gonna be a massive change going from a different idea group into the Incan idea group. It's a shame that the Incan ideas don't have the colonists straight up anymore, but you do get the colonists as part of the religious reforms. But again, I haven't actually played down here, so especially since El Dorado, I haven't played any of the nations that have new religions in El Dorado since it came out. So this is going to be a first. I do know that at least for Inti, the civil war on passing religious reform is something that you really need to be careful about. That you need to build up and be sure that you can actually have a decent chance at killing them. Make sure you don't lose to us. But yeah, let's just get in here. I want to start it as Cusco. Let's see how badly this goes on. I don't know if this is going to be something that will require restarts if it goes badly. And if it does, whether I'm actually going to do that or not, or just, not pressure through, just kind of push on through and make sure I have it. And yes, I even tried out Alliance recently. It was going well. In fact, it was going very well. It was just me and Scotland plus the bits of Ireland that I could take. I had, actually, England was still in the 100 at the time when I went for them. I had, Miltic advantage. I kind of had troop advantage. So, I beat them in the first fight. Then I wandered down to chase their army. Actually caught them and actually was starting to do massive amounts of damage to them. And I was winning the fight. And all of a sudden, I won the fight in the first few phases. And all of a sudden it's like, oh hey, you just got stack wiped. And I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? I didn't play it since then. It also doesn't make sense how the hell I got stack wiped and I'm winning the fight and getting more casualties, or I'm causing more casualties than I'm taking. I don't know. It was weird. Hell Lines is going to be something that I'm going to have to go back to and do properly. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff there. But yeah, let's just get into Sun God. Let's try and get this achievement. I don't know how easy or hard it's going to be. Because as I said, never played down here. So I also don't know what the initial situation is. I don't know how volatile things are. I don't know how easy it is. I don't know what you're like relative to your neighbors, what your starting situation is. I do know that you border the wankers, so we'll probably take out the wankers incredibly early. Give the game a little bit, because it takes a while to generate all this, and then finally it actually is back in. It gets its frame rate back. Whenever you start and you join, you immediately start a game, it takes a while. It always seems to be on a seriously low frame rate for a while until this happens. You wouldn't diplo because base tax and mill, apparently. Okay, so Cusco in the middle of the Andean region, and this is all we know. Great. We have no knowledge of the majority of South America. We've no knowledge of the natives around. So this means we've no sight of whether the Iberians, or England, or France, or whoever, are going to be colonizing beside us. You can consider that maybe both a good and a bad thing. I consider it maybe a bad thing, because it really would help if you could see them. But that'll be something that's probably why exploration will need to go as quickly as possible. But of course, with the massive tech malice of plus 150%, might be a while. Of course, then there's the other effect of the religious reform, because we're inti. I've not played this before. There is no sound on clicking into this, okay. Inti, bonus true fit, or bonus tolerance, and monthly autonomy change. That is really... It's bizarre, but it's powerful at the same time, in that you have monthly autonomy reduction from your religion. Like, holy shit. That's incredibly helpful over here, particularly, you know, you could be at war and, you know, your autonomy is still going to keep going down. In fact, we don't even start with much autonomy. Start with base tax 6 gold. It's not worth as much, because we only get 4 ducats per goods produced. It's better than only getting 1 ducat, but it's still no 40 ducats. We'd have to reform 3... Actually, we have to westernise before we get all that. Need all the religious foreigners, no western neighbour. So authority, apparently here, goes up just based on holding land. But granting autonomy, either manually or by event, actually lowers your authority. So, key here is basically just to get land. And there it is, from base tax. So I got 1.2 a year from base tax. From a base tax of 17. Huh. Is that every 5 base? No, that can't be every 5 base tax. I don't know what is... That is weird. 1.2 from only 17? I don't know if that's like, what, every 12? No. 14 maybe base tax? 14 or 15 base tax, I think. Every 15 base tax you get 1 authority a year. 1 religious authority a year. Now, I don't know if you can actually get it through events. Oh, you also need to own at least 10 cities before you can pass any religious reforms. And when you pass any reforms, you also get a massive civil war, so you need to be prepared for that. But yes, you can get extra manpower recovery speed, which, You know, the manpower is always going to be shite down here anyway, as it is. The bonus colonists, bonus legitimacy, 5% morale, which is pretty pants, and 10% less core creation cost. Yeah, the reforms are not the most powerful, because technically it's supposed to be the easiest to get. Because, you know, it's not that much challenge, you just get land and hold it, as opposed to the Nahuatls and the Mayans, where you have to, you know, Mayans, you have to have a load of land, and then you lose a lot of land when you pass a reform, and Nahuatl needs a shit ton of vassals, and then you lose them all in Reformation and whatnot. And there is the Machu Picchu. Hey. Thankfully, I'm not confusing that for Chichen Itza, because I can't even see it. So, prestige, ooh. Ah yes, here it is for the formation decision for Inca, which is blah 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 blah, whatever. Need to own. I need to actually find out on these. Again, I have not played down here, so I don't know how much I need to own. I need to have a core on Cajamarca. Oh Jesus, okay, I need to have a core up here. Cajamarca. What is my primary? Aymar is an accepted. Quechua is the primary. Actually, I should look at the cultures before anything. It's pretty much all same culture up here, except for Chimu. Chimu has Chimu culture, for the most part. It's another culture group up there where the Quito are. You don't even have a core on that to start with? Ooh, that's bizarre. The Aymara, this is also in culture group as well, so conquering down here first might help with regards to just getting a power base, really, to start getting reforms. Also, if I check the trade goods, gold here, there's gold in the wankers, there's a lot of gold down here. Again, not that it's going to do much initially, but it will be powerful later on. So yeah, that Huancavilla, I don't know where that is. Oh, that's just the Huanca capital. And Huánuco, which is the capital of Julia. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know how the hell you pronounce it. Oh, two more. One of either Puno or Tijuana. Don't even try and get me to pronounce that. Okay, that or something else, which I presume was or this. Okay. And Chanchan or Quito. Well, I know Quito is definitely up here. Yeah, I need to do that or... Where's the other one? Oh, or it's the Chimu capital. I think the Chimu capital is going to be the easiest of the two to get rather than going for Quito. Okay, Prestige, Alliance at Huanca, or Conquer Huanca. I think conquering the Wankers is probably going to be the better option of the two. So we'll get that out of the way. And also we can tell the Wankers that they need to go stuff themselves. Same with you guys, the Cola. Okay, money-wise, not in a terribly great situation. Not really going to be wanting to hire any advisors. As for what to do, I think it's definitely got to be, it's nothing, no choice but admin focus all the way. Firstly, to core the lands that we're going to be taking from everyone, and also we really need to get admin 4, because we need to explore this continent. We really need to explore this continent. We're going to need a conquistador to actually explore all this land. I don't know if it automatically uncovers at a certain time, but we'll see. Our force limit is 8. Oh, Pachacuti starts as a general, but I won't be using him because I won't be using him in battle because holy shit, these stats. 546, he's 26, and then below him 536, who is age 0. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna want to actually be using him as a general. So let's get another. Wow, you are shit, but you're better than using Patchy. I'm not wasting Patchy. Why on earth would I waste Patchy? Alright, let's just get a couple more guys to go up to the force limit. Again, nothing else we can do here. I mean, we could do stuff with autonomy, reducing it here, but there's no point in manually reducing it here. It's going to go down over time anyway, especially with the bonus from Inti, so I think the only other thing to do would be to see if I can find anyone here who wouldn't want to be an ally. Also, here's an interesting one. Guys down here in Lima, they are a theocracy. Even more true faith and even more autonomy reduction. Yeah, they are not. They are a theocracy. Bizarre, but can be done. Okay, I'm just going to play the game. Nope, actually, hang on. Before I really start, can I actually... do I have to check to place merchants? Yes, I do. So please place a merchant. Collect from trade. One of the two merchants had nothing to do it. Right, Pacatus and Sharka. I kind of want to let... They both want to ally me. I think they also both want to kill each other. Actually, no. They just both dislike... They both dislike this guy, the Kola, who is allied with Calchaqui over down here. The Wankers ally... Ah, fucking Christ. Okay, the Wankers allied a lot. That's annoying. That's seriously annoying. Okay, well, I'll just take the pair of you for now. He's the Wankers allied a lot. That's not fun at all. Jimu, Cajamarca, and Chachapoya. Who else do you Ichma. You hate the Wankers, you're allied with Keto and Huila as well. Who are... You're allied with those two there. See, I don't know much of the states of the nations around here. I really want to be able to take out the Wankers, but my god, the fact that they have a lot of stuff backing them up. Maybe I might just turn around and go for the Kala instead. Also, ooh, I did not notice that. Inland Center of Trade for Cuyaba, which is the one that leads into us. So if I can actually get that taken, then better. So let's just start with fabbing a claim here. It might be Speed 4, Speed 5 for a while, because there's probably not going to be anything happening for a while. Oh, okay. Immediately. Oh. Okay, the fall of the Chanca and the rise of Cusco. After years of struggles and having been dangerously close to total defeat by the Chancas in 1438, the kingdom of Cusco has now risen to a greater position than it has ever had previously. Blah, 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 blah. Apache and conquered kingdom, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Apache. Okay. The fall of the Chancas has given us access to their great treasury, a huge collection of gifts from neighbours and tributaries. This is exactly the kind of capital needed to buy the services necessary to reform and expand our kingdom. At this point, nobody knows Apache's plans, but what is certain is that he has the means to steer Cusco in whichever direction he could wish. So, teeny bit of cash, and loads of points. Flavor events. Gotta love them. Okay, do I want to be... Yeah, okay. I'll marry you. I guess I'll marry you guys, because... Sure, but I'm gonna have to kill you later on, though. So, yeah, don't get any funny ideas here. Okay, so we have our troops. We're gonna go here into Ivory. Mountains is a pain here. The mountains here are a pain. But really, I just need to kind of take these guys and just eat them, really. I mean, sure, it might cost a fair bit, but, you know, it's not going to take that much to core this. We have a lot of admin. Now, it may also put us immediately into contention against our former allies, and it wasn't where Sharka got up to a lot of forces incredibly quickly. Do they have a lot of base attacks? I think they do. Sharka might be someone to keep, and Packages might be someone to turn on. Mostly, I'm just kind of waiting now. I kind of want to wait and see what's going to happen. Can I get you? Oh yeah, Lima, you also have that Oracle of something, which is basically something just stuck up there, some wooden piece of shite put up there. See, no one is... Oh, yeah, military power. We need to have a lot more mil power than pretty much anyone else around here. Which is a real pain. Oh god, okay, another one. One of the first things on Apache's agenda is the reshaping of Cusco, because it's the navel of the world. Navel as in belly button. While our capital has served its purpose over the years, it is in many ways no more than a rural village often flooded by nearby rivers, like this one here, maybe. Such a city is no longer fitting for a kingdom with ambitions such as ours. By creating a small model version of the city, Apache has drawn up plans for an entire redesign, necessitating the complete evacuation of the city for the duration of the project. You mean he built it in Minecraft? While the manpower and material needed for this project are readily available inside our new borders, mobilizing the various chiefs under our control entails a generous use of gifts and feasts. This is, however, a price we'll have to pay for our new capital. So, create a new capital. Cusco has a little bit less manpower, but yearly prestige for 20 years. Gains of prestige, lose some points. Or free... Yeah, let's create a worthy capital. Let's go for it. We're going to restructure it. It's a little less manpower that we're going to get out of it, but I don't really need to worry about the manpower that much. I mean, yes, manpower is an issue here, and, you know, if you lose too many early fights, you're going to have a serious problem with your manpower, but, you know, you kind of got to go for it. Oh, that's great. Almost immediately peasants. Peasants in Kola, that's going to be perfect. When they actually take on they're going to take on their peasants, and it also shows that they had a 2-shock general, and I don't have any shock on my general, because I'm not using Pachi. Not using Pachi. Let's see if they actually take on their... Oh, geez, they really popped up. This will be a great timing. Once they defeat their peasants, if they defeat their peasants, it is in mountains. I can swoop in to finish them off incredibly quickly. Hopefully they'll be taking some... Wow, they did not take many. They did not take much at all. Can I, like, have a CB? Thank you. I think we're just going to take you straight on, I believe. Because there's nothing else I can really do. I can't really fab any more claims. You hate everyone around you. Yeah. This is just gonna... Yeah. And Kalachakwi, you're allied to... Okay, I don't know any of these guys. Oh, you're allied to this thing. Yeah, I'll have to go for them later. Okay, let's just tell you to go stuff yourself, really. Can I catch them before they run home to their main province? This is the 13th. I'm gonna turn it down, tad. No, they're gonna keep going. No, didn't think they would. We'll see, so these guys will hopefully then come and help out in the battle, because look at that army from Charka. That's going to help a bit. See when they actually get in here. The shock rolls are not good, but apparently we're rolling good on fire. As well as having just more in general. There we go. You're going to retreat all the way down there, are you? I don't know if that's the case or not, but I'm just going to start a carpet siege. Hopefully you guys are actually going to give me the siege rather than keeping it for yourselves, because I don't think you have a claim on it, do you? No. No, you don't have a claim, so you really shouldn't take it. Ah, guys, where are you going? Yeah, the AI is a bit silly sometimes when it comes to battling. But they only have... Well, they do actually have 5. Which is interesting. I'm also paying a fair bit of reinforcement cost here, aren't I? Yeah, a little bit of reinforcement for a while, but... You know, nothing major. I don't even know where they're going. Ah, guys, seriously, don't go through native lands. Yeah, going through native lands when you're Tech 1 all around is not great. It's really not great, so you should avoid trying to go through native lands as much as you can. Unless you're, you know, trying to kill natives. Or if you know, you can 10-1 them. So for example, like if I were to eventually get the colonists and I start going here and here, I just need 10 troops to stand on it. And then, bam. Ideally 11. But, oh wow, the supply limit isn't even that good. If they even had a supply limit to be able to hold, you know, 11 people. Okay, wow, they reinforced. Probably because they got everyone together. Oh, but that's gonna drop a siege here. I don't have to drop the siege. I'm gonna have to. No, you're going into... You're going into the natives? There's only 1,000 there, that's the problem. There's only 1,000. But guys, if you can, you know, like... You know, not be stupid. It would help. All we have to do is wipe these guys and we got no problem there. Cola especially, although they have... Wow, they have 2 shots they didn't take. Probably should have not taken that for prestige yet for a while if I could help it. And yeah, not gonna have that happening. 3, 4, 5. They should stop. No, they're still going. Wow. They went for it, alright. Well, thankfully we have defensive terrain, and I did put my general in. So while I do have the shock advantage, we do have the fire advantage. And now we're just backed up like crazy, and yeah. Put my siege guy back over here so we can actually try and win this siege. Oh, they only ran there. Now I'm surprised they didn't wipe. I'm surprised they actually got a reinforce in between, but that's going to send them all the way back down into Kalachqui's land, and hopefully, I don't know if Packages is actually going to try and stop them. Oh, gone. That should be a wipe. They're locked. That is a wipe. Goodbye. Yeah, Cola's going to have to die in this. Cola's definitely going to have to die. Now, when it comes to using my points, I'm probably going to need to be a bit... I can be liberal in using them because of the change. Because of the change with these religious reforms is that when you do finally get the last reform and can fully reform the religion against a Western core neighbor, you do get a tech boost in the same way as the North American natives do with them. In fact, all of the Americans basically now have the opportunity to fully reform and get a tech boost when they do. So it kind of makes this... I don't know if it necessarily makes it easier, but it does mean you can be a little bit more liberal in your points, in how you're spending your points, rather than having to constantly try and save them up. I'm still going to want Admin 4 as quick as I can to actually explore out there, to be able to find the Westerners to core off of. So anyway, that's that one done, so we can go over here. Are we taking much attrition? There is no bonus attrition, which is good. Okay, let's try and get some shit done here. I don't actually know, I don't think I want to walk through that land, because that's going to be attrition hell, more than likely. So let's just go through here. Take out the secondary party in the war, try and take them out for, you know, reparations or something, or watch as my units kind of walk down into the lake and back out, because the terrain here is crazy. The terrain here is quite crazy indeed, because it's so mountainous. Probably that's why there's so many mods out there to basically flatten the terrain out there. Can I make it there 21st? I don't know if this is actually going to make... Oh, I caught them! And grasslands, so... no terrain problems. Goodbye. Well, that's a wipe. So, let's just see. Can I get you guys out almost immediately? I could... I don't want to give any land away to them. Oh, Kalachqui took the capital. Wait, really? I don't want to make you of a... No, that's offer tree. Where am I getting? No, wrong button. You to be a vassal of me, you won't do much. 45 dip, I need the 6... Also, I'm not in control of the capital, so probably not. And you took it there, so I think an annulment, some war reps, and money for the most part. Then we gotta turn on one of these guys. Probably gonna start with packages, because Charka is pretty powerful in comparison, especially on the military side. Also, their base tax is similarly high as well. Then we gotta figure out how to get into the wankers, because the Chimu are annoying and in the way, and allied with them, which is a pain. Also, these guys are... Wait, you got called into my war? Sweet. Sweet, you got called into my war. You also allied a lot of other people, and that's a lot of troops for base 3. Of course, you do have the center of trade, which helps as well. Oh, I was like, why the hell do you guys know morale? Oh, you must have rushed it. Sounds about right. Okay, I think I'm pretty good to take you out now, but you're going to be a stubborn little bitch, because, yeah, stuff. Alright, keep sieging. They're going to be stubborn. I will gladly kill them as much as I can. Stubborn, stubborn, stubborn little bitch. Just give up your money. I don't even know why I need to. Well, yeah, I do want to annul their alliance simply because it's prestige. And prestige gain is almost impossible in these games. Ooh, or I can just vassal them straight up. The real question is, Charka dislike them? I don't know if they dislike me because of it. Would these guys start to dislike each other? I should probably check the, how's their relations? Ah, these are friendly towards each other. Yeah, they're friendly towards each other, so I don't see either of them actually, you know, deciding to rival one or the other. In fact, they may just decide to both suddenly rival me, which would be a bit of a pain. So do I want to vassal these guys? I don't know. I don't know. Vassing them is an opportunity, so I should check these. Just kill that. How much A? A12 with these two guys. And for you, a full is 14, which would be 18. That would put us up to 30. That would put us on 30. Not sure I want to do that immediately. I'm not sure I want to go all the way to 30 AE. It would be just these two. We are both allied, so they'd have to kill the alliance in order to be able to do it. I think for now, we'll just take another quick look. I'm just going to check the army size for the force limit especially. So we're the highest on 8. Charka actually... Charka built up to 9. How do they have money still? Well, I suppose they do have a lot of gold, but they built it to 9 even though they have a force limit of 6. Possibly I should maybe try and... I should maybe build above my force limit as well. You guys, Ichima, you only had 4 to begin with. I should maybe see if I could build a bit above my force limit at all. We're not making too much to be able to juggle that very effectively. Okay, I think you guys are pretty much... No, not going to make you a vassal, just annul, war reps, all your money. Not going to give anything away, so goodbye to you. That gets you out of my hair. Wait for a diplomat to get back. And then we'll just nom nom nom. Thank you. That'll do. Now, the key here is don't increase autonomy, because that will kill religious reform, and it actually has knocked up our base tax. Our base tax has gone up, so we're up to 1.6. Also to note, as authority goes up, your stab cost and unrest goes down. So in theory, you know, you could take a lot of land, and thanks to the religious authority, if you get a lot of authority, you can pretty much, you know, ignore a fair chunk of nationalism from it by just holding a lot of land. Yeah, please do that. I don't know if that's terribly viable, but we'll see. Now, I think I need to core this first before I could put someone here, because core range is 150, and I don't know if having a core hill will actually make the trade range less, so that I can, you know, actually fit someone in there, so that sort of thing. We'll see. Did I mean to send you all the way? I can't remember if I actually meant to send you there. But that'll do. And we'll see how these guys think. So, AE and just AE. Whereas they haven't kind of turned on each other. And they're keeping quite an army above. I might actually... It's only going to cost 0.25, but... Oh, actually, now that I have the second gold mine, I think it might be able to go over. I'm just gonna go to 9. We'll see if I can actually afford 10th. I might be able to, I'm not entirely too sure. But I want to keep a close eye on the overforce limit cost, really. And whether it's worthwhile, whether I can actually afford one. So, this guy cost me 0.7, yeah, overforce limit by 0.5. Not going to want to build up, not going to want a 10th. I'll stick with 9 as it is for now. Hopefully once these things core. Ooh, good government policies. Oh, I love this one. Good government policies. So, free stab, some points, or a little bit of money, which is not worth much down here. If I didn't have these cores, when are they going to be ready? June next year. No, I think I'm just going to, even though I've got a little bit of overextension, I'm going to buy it stab. Oh, I got a decision from that? Sweet. Oh, yes, I can encourage divination, so let's do that. A little bit less unrest and vision quests. If I have... I need a theologian for that, never mind. And let's just take free stab from the event. Because why not? Always enjoy free stab. And I can have more rivals now. It's probably going to be these two down here, isn't it? Yeah, Charka and Packages. One of them I need to basically need to pick one over the other, and they just have this guy down here set as a rival. But thankfully they're, you know, they do have a truce with him for a while, so they can't go after him. Tempted to go Packages, maybe? Packages? I don't know if it's Jez or Hez or whatever way you want to think about it. I really do need to take out the wankers, but bloody Chimu. Bloody Chimu would get involved, and both of you guys' attitude towards enemies. That's not good. You both like the wankers. And yeah, Chimu would get in the way and be a tad annoying. Chimu actually, Chimu only have a force limit of 5. Wow, I thought Chimu would have had more of a force limit and more of an army. In fact, the wankers almost have more, you know, as much if not more than them. Wanger's Chimu, Kaja is 6, and Chaka is only 3, which would be 17. Still, 17 is a lot when you only have 9, and I think the only one who would join is you guys down here in Ichima, isn't it? Yeah, that'll be 14 on 17. And I'm not terribly willing to do that, at least not immediately, and not if I have to risk Patchy in order to be able to win the battle, because sure, he's 5 shock, but kind of value the fact he has monarch points a lot more than his prowess on the battlefield. Okay, priest inciting unrest in this place. So the priests of a minor Huaca god in this place, Ayaveri, I presume is how you pronounce it, I really don't know. We've been trying to inflame opinions against our rule by saying that we are slowly attempting to increase the authority of Inti and marginalise that of all the Huaca gods. Luckily, most of our subjects know better than to listen to these wild accusations, but one of Iveri's tribes supports the priests and have now demanded that we give them guarantees for the safety of their gods and their people. Alright, the time has come for these people to move on as Mitmac, so we gain some authority, 75% chance of losing a base tax in Iveri and gaining it in Quero, so that's just a movement of tax around, basically, I think. 25% chance of nats. Lose 5 authority or gain 10 authority and guaranteed 7 nats. That's just a case of moving base tax around. But this is worth it. I'm already here, I already have the defensive terrain, and yeah, screw it, go. Screw it, I'll take the nats, and wow, they're fighting. Holy shit, what is that? They did a number to start with. Ooh, this is gonna hurt on the reinforcing, that's for sure. It's probably just because they have the shock. Despite the terrain differential. Wow, they won that. No, we won that. Whew! Just about. Ouch. That's gonna harm... Only lost 1,000 men, so you don't actually take many casualties in fights down here. Most of your casualties come from the stack wipes, but most of your army is just there for battle purposes, really. And look at that, the unrest is already massively down just because of all the other stuff. Also, the high tolerance is another handy thing because -5 on the tolerance. So yeah, the revolts aren't exactly there. And once this overextension goes away, that's even more the revolts stopped. I should actually be able to swipe properly. So there's the other 2 cores done. What has that done, if anything, to our... We're up to 25. Has that changed anything here? And our authority is now 1.7. Getting there. Has it done anything to... Or has it actually given me any force limits? It's given me the 1 force limit. Okay. Gonna want to kind of give it a while for this autonomy to go down, because as the autonomy goes down, we get more techs, we get more manpower, we get an extra force limit. I'd be surprised if we didn't get an extra force limit just by the authority going down in these provinces. It's not going to take too long if we're at peace and thanks to the religion, but I am going to have to... Ooh, did not see this going on. Okay, what's going on? Chimu, is this a Chimu attacking? Huilia? Yeah, Chimu conquest of this place. And war with the Chimu and the Wankers. And you guys are fighting Huilia and Ichman. Who's winning? So they built up to 10. They have 10 here. Your allies are all still good though and want to join you. Ichman's already at war with them. I'm tempted to do... I already have 3 or 4. I'm tempted to just ally these guys and then get them to call me in. And then I could just march in and hopefully take one of these provinces from them. Ah, see, here's the problem now. I could take this province, but I can't course because I'm not adjacent. That's a pain. So I'd have an uncored province for a while, which is not terribly... Although it could. It keeps telling me it could, but... You know, it's not going to tell you the fact that, oh hey, you know, you're actually far enough between, so you can only core adjacent provinces. I'd need to take them straight up, which means I need to basically have to declare on them straight up. Is that the only other war going on right now? I think it is. Give it a while. If they're not going to win, I might ally just to be able to fight off the Chimu and the Wanka. If anything, the Wankers will kind of lose their alliances. Then I can go after them in a few years to actually take them off properly. It's an option. But that'll be the end for the first episode. I don't know how I'm going to upload these. I'm not going to be as often as I did with the Castile game. I'm going to space it out a bit more, even though I'm going to record in a shorter time period. But anyway, see you in the next one.